When Echelon decided to make a premium exercise bike to be competitive with others like the Peloton Bike Plus and Nordic Track 27i, I didn't honestly think they would be able to pull it off, because part of what makes each of these bikes so nice is that they have features like auto resistance or auto adjusting incline and decline, all of which are pretty patented and hard for other companies to include. To be competitive at the $2,000 plus price point, you have to have something really great and unique to offer, and somehow Echelon has pulled it off. They have thrown tons of new innovation into this bike, from the awesome looking design, great lighting customization, an incredible 24-inch curved touchscreen which can flip 180 degrees, and even more. Echelon just crushed it here with their new EX-8s Bike, which is now one of the most high quality studio bikes available that can compete with the best of them. So let's talk about it. Hey everybody, this is Colin with Connect the Watts, where we cover the latest connected fitness news, reviews, tips, and guides. So if you want more content just like this, make sure to subscribe. So this new Echelon EX-8s Bike has a ton of new features that up to this point, I haven't seen anywhere else. The first of which is this unique dual wheel design. Now there aren't actually two wheels here. There's actually only one flywheel, which is the one in the back, but changing up the design so it looks like it has a wheel in the front just makes this bike look so unique and distinct. And it also does help significantly with the stability here. One of the things that really shocked me when I was riding this bike is just how stable it feels, because the bike only comes in at 124 pounds, which is actually 30 to 70 pounds lighter than some of these other more premium bikes, but yet the stability is as good as any of them. And obviously with the LED lights in the wheels, it just looks freaking cool. And what Echelon did so well here is offer a ton of customizable lighting options for you to play with, including the ability to change the colors, how bright they are, whether you want them to pulse or breathe, or even change colors during your ride based on your heart rate zone or your power output. And in addition to this design and these lights, part of what makes this bike so unique is the screen. This is a 24-inch high-def curved touchscreen, something that I really have not seen anywhere else, and this screen just looks incredible when you are using it. It's large, it's bright, it's clear, and it has the ability to rotate 180 degrees if you want to do workouts off of the bike. And while this 180 degree flip is cool, it's not quite as nice as the screens that can rotate 360 degrees, just because it doesn't allow you to work out to the side of the bike, which, depending on your space, may be what you prefer. Now below the screen are two 5-watt speakers, and this is where Echelon really messed up here, because every other part of this bike feels and looks so good that having these two 5-watt speakers, which while they can be loud, they just do not sound very good at all, with very little to no bass. And a small thing to note when you're not listening to any classes is that if you pay attention, you will hear a noticeable consistent buzz always coming from these speakers. So it's just really unfortunate that they went with these very low quality speakers when everything else here is so good. And if you think this bike is only innovative in its design and lighting and the curved screen, there's actually even more. Next up is this optional Bluetooth resistance controller. See, like a regular studio bike, you can control the magnetic resistance by using the knob in the center of the bike. And by the way, this knob, since the resistance is now digital, does a much better and faster job of changing the resistance up and down. But if you want an even faster and easier method, you can attach this Bluetooth resistance controller to your handlebars. And this allows you to quickly change resistance by just tapping the up and down arrows without having to move your hand so much away from the handlebars. And what I really like about this is that it is optional, meaning you can take it off, which is great because it just gives you options. Like on Peloton, you have have to rotate the knob. And on Nordic Track, you have to press the buttons on the handlebars. And here you can do whatever you would like. And the final thing that is new for the Echelon EX-8s is this new E-shock system that they have here. And I didn't really understand what this was or what it did until I actually used it. But what it is that there is a shock absorption system built into the frame of this bike so that when you go out of the saddle and you're going up and down, the bike sort of moves a little bit with you, which lowers a lot of the impact some people may feel when being out of the saddle. And this makes the option to stand up during a bike ride a lot easier to do for people who may be beginners or maybe a little bit heavier. And besides all of these new innovative features, the rest of the features which they've had before are mostly still really great. The adjustment system here is very easy to use. The two large water bottle holders in the front are really nice. And the pedals are included are a hybrid of both a toe cage and one built for speed clips. So whether or not you have cycling shoes, you can use this bike. Now, of course, whenever I talk about a connected fitness piece of equipment, we also have to talk about the program and workouts that are included with the membership, because that is just as important. The Echelon membership currently costs $34.99 per month. And one of the big benefits of the Echelon membership is that there is far more content being produced here than any other connected fitness platform. It is a ton of new content. And while that content may be more than you'll ever want to take, it does give you a lot of options. Because for example, on other programs, if you want to take a live class, well, there are only very few select times in which you can take one. With Echelon, they have live classes literally all day long, sometimes multiple live classes going on at once. And the other good thing about having this much content is you can really pick and choose what works best for you, whether that's heart rate zone training or endurance training or intervals, or if you want to take classes off the bike like toning or strength or boxing or even break dancing, it's all here for you. Now, obviously the main issue with producing this much content is the quality control. And while the production value of these classes aren't necessarily the best, there are quite a few really good coaches and programs. And as a beginner, you might have to sort through and try out a whole bunch of stuff to figure out what is really good or what you'll really like. But there are good classes here. And one of the things that has impressed me the most about Echelon is every time I spend a significant amount of time checking out the new classes, I noticed there have been a lot of improvements made, and the quality of Echelon classes available this year is significantly better than even just last year. And I'm looking forward to seeing if they can continue to improve on their classes and membership, because I just want a reason to keep jumping on this bike. I like it that much. And at currently $2,299, the Echelon EX-8s isn't necessarily going to be for everyone. So if you want to learn more about another Echelon bike that's under $1,000 that I also really like, check out my review here of the Echelon GT Plus bike. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this, and have a great day.